Hello again. So before I started working on the game after last episode, I did this. I can finally get rid of this stupid square thing and replace it with this. It's so much better. So now you won't have to hate me because I have a square screen. But now let's get into the rest of the video. So I started with making a placeholder model for the animals. So I thought I would keep it simple so it wouldn't take too long. So I made it out of cubes, only cubes. And yeah, it didn't take too long. So I thought, let's make a skeleton. And yeah, I know this is the second time I mentioned a skeleton in my videos, so let me explain. The skeleton is made out of bones, and when you move the bones, parts of the object that it's linked to move too. So you need a skeleton to animate your models. This was the first time for me making a skeleton for Unreal Engine 4, so I had some trouble with it at first. But when I looked up a tutorial and used one by Rakis Farouk, I probably butchered that name, so I'm sorry. But then I finally could make one that actually worked for Unreal Engine. Then I imported the model with the skeleton into Unreal. And then I started making a bad walking animation for it. When I was done with that, I wanted to start making a basic animal that just walked around. But again, I didn't know how to do that. So I just looked up a tutorial. Again, I found one by A Way of Life Studios. It didn't work at first, even though I did everything the person in the tutorial did. So I don't know what I did wrong there. So didn't want to look up another tutorial, so I asked some people that use Unreal Engine 4 in Pontypance's Discord server. Pontypants is another YouTuber that also does devlogs and stuff. I asked those people if they knew a tutorial that could help me. I was impatient, so after about 10 minutes of waiting, I looked for another tutorial again myself. This time I read something. I read that I should use a Nev mesh bounce volume, which I think creates an area where the AI can navigate in. Yeah, that fixed the problem, and the AI could move now. So that's great. So now I'm going to briefly explain how this AI works, because I want to. So when they get loaded into the game, they pick a random location they can navigate to, and just reach in general, in the Nev mesh bounce volume. When they have walked to it, they wait between half a second and 10 seconds. And yeah, that's everything. Then they just do it again. After that, I realized that I need an animation for them for standing still. So I quickly made one. It isn't good, but it'll do for now. Then I wanted to make a basic enemy, so I copied the basic animal and made the copy a child of the basic animal. I added an event that activates when the enemy sees the player. And when it activates, it says, hey, go follow the player now. Go follow him. Then I added a small sphere around the enemy that when the player enters it, it calls an event that causes the player to take damage. I'm probably going to change the way I'm doing that because the way I'm doing it now has some problems, and I don't want that, of course. I want it to be as good as possible. Yeah, that's pretty much everything I did. The enemy still has some problems, like when it doesn't see the player anymore, it just stops moving. It just stops moving in general. But that is for another time. Yeah, I know this video has been pretty different than the other two. I just wanted to explain more of what I did. So let me know if you like this type of video better than the other ones. Let me know in the comments. And if you have any questions or suggestions for the game, also leave them in the comments. I read them all. I read all the comments. But for now, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time, hopefully. Bye.